These are the bike trails they've worked to make over 3 years.
Then you just have to stomp on it.
Countless hours with these shovels
Pack it for hours and hours.
and supply lake water.
Just like building a mud castle or a sand castle, just a little bit harder.
These men all work 40-hour weeks and then put another 15 into maintaining their trails and cleaning messes for the property owner, which is now overwhelming.
This whole pile right here was dropped off this past weekend. I was down by my trails and I was digging. I saw a row of 3 cars coming through, and the last car was a truck with a trailer, and that's typically a sign that people have been dumping.
Find out tonight how you can help a group of Lubbock riders clean up the trails they've worked so hard to make.
My day's been pretty chill so far. Woke up probably around 7. My daughter was hungry, so I gave her some cereal and watched some cartoons. And I mowed the front yard. And then did some little bit of laundry. Basically sitting around just getting ready to go dig. It's Sunday, so we're usually Fridays and Sundays are the days that we all usually set aside to go out there and dig together. So we'll go out there around, it's 2 o'clock now, in about an hour or so everyone will be meeting up.
If there's beer in the fridge, it goes to the trails. Sit down, buddy. Sit down. You get 2 because you're so ferocious. This time of year, it's hard to even ride. I'll admit it, last year and the year before, man, I wasn't even out there in the summertime. I think crazy to think, but I wasn't even out there for like, I maybe took like 2 or 3 months off going out there. And it sucks because it's hard to get motivated. It's hard to walk up that hill with a water bucket. It's hard to mentally prepare for yourself out there to get out there and do it. But yeah, so this year for some reason has been awesome. We're all super motivated, and honestly I think the motivation has been through our friends, you know, through Instagram and all that. I mean, we personally know everybody.
So me and my buddies, we are a different breed of BMX riders. We create our own trails. We dig in the dirt, and honestly, it's somewhat of a dying breed because not a lot of people want to work as much as we work to have the fun that we have.
This summer is basically the off season for, you know, Texas, because it gets so hot. It's hard to work and do manual labor in that kind of heat.
We typically try to have a jam at the end of the summer in like September time. September, October, because that gives us the entire summer to work toward a jam where we can build new features, relayer the trails, kind of dial all the kinks out, work them all out.
We hope to be riding here about 2 or 3 more dig sessions. So basically in 2 weeks we hope to have all the trails opened up and riding smooth again. The radio, of course, in case you get tired of hearing your friends talk. And of course ice water, keep you from getting migraines and dehydrating. It is where I'll be working today. I came out early this morning, and this shelf here basically came out to here. But they're basically just taken out, and if we wanted to jump the jumps, we could jump them all. But we kind of have this, we're perfectionists, and we want to have a smooth riding surface. As you can kind of see, everything's washed away from the rain and all the showers. So we're starting from the end and starting to redo everything back to the start. And that way, when we get finished the start, everything will be redone and re-layered and basically perfectly ready to ride. Brett, you lost your cap thing here?
They don't have squeezable ketchup?
Man, dude, more trash at the trails, bro.
The squeeze one?
These are easier to dip in. You gotta use like 3 squeezes, span for like 1
I do not ever want to go camping with you. Oh yeah, this looks cool now.
I bring the food, he brings the beer. It was like a date.
She's morphine, queen of my vaccine, my love, my love, love, love.
I know these guys, I really enjoy them. They're a really good group of friends of mine. And we just come out here and hang out. It's a really cool place and love it just to be, basically. And we all just have a good time and dig and ride bikes and it takes a lot of work for sure to keep these things going.
To have people come out and experience the trails that we build, and it's all for fun. And when someone comes out here and has a blast and tells us these are the best trails they've rode in Texas, that's a huge thing for us because there's only 3 of us that do this spot. For our own enjoyment. So, I mean, shoot, we're all like in our 30s now, you know? It's not like we're kids anymore, you know? Why do we keep doing this? I don't know. Why do we do this, Brett?
Exercise?
Because we're not out here for anyone else's benefit but our own.
And that's why you can't explain why we all spend 40 hours working a manual labor job and come out here and sweat our asses off and do it all over again. We work 40 hours out here, but like we can't explain it either. It's just something we have to do, and if for some reason it releases us, and it's manual labor, but it's very peaceful in our minds.
Punk rock. Punk rock is a word used by dilettantes and heartless manipulators about music.
Our last set of trails was called the Red Dirt Trails, and It started as a project from scratch. We were working on a private land, and we had been given the go-ahead to work there, and we built a solid line. There was at one point I was probably spending 30 hours a week out there, and eventually the landowner sold the land off to a hotel company, and we had some issues with dumping. People were dumping full houses worth of trash out there. It was real rough for all of us.
We dug there for about 4 years. We had quite a bit of, jumps and all that, and dedication and time put in.
Within a week, trailerfuls of trash have been removed from the trails. And that's a big deal when it's 2 or 3 of us digging and having to take the trash out truckload at a time. So I guess the hotel corporation found out about it.
And they contacted us, we were just leaving a note, handwritten note at first, saying they were with, we weren't allowed to be there and whatnot, contact this lawyer and this law firm. And at first we were just like, it's bullshit, just people with us. And then all of a sudden the next day we had a really, I actually printed out piece of paper saying this is a law firm that works for so-and-so corporation, and it took about 3 days and our trails were plowed.
It took a couple months, and we experimented with a couple of other spots, but we came across Woodhouse, and we just started going to town, established a new spot, and we actually did our research this time to kind of determine who owned the land and who was responsible for it. We kind of determined that it was city property and a floodplain, because all around the jumps is nothing but floodplain, so there's really no opportunity to develop.
This is where red dirt was at, and it was actually underneath these trees right here. So it's kind of a crazy location, just not really too hidden compared to where Woodhouse is at now. So you could actually see it from the highway and whatnot when the jumps used to be there. And this is the entrance, of course, that is now blocked off. Before the news, before everything happened and all that, well, after everything happened with the news and all that, the owner just got to work, took everything down. Pretty heartbreaking, 2.5 years of work, and you come out here to come ride your bike, and just thinking you're gonna have another good day or another good session on your bike, and you come out here and your 2.5 years of work is bulldozed just like that.
My wife loves cooking. She loves having everyone over. My daughter knows everybody by name. She's 2.5. She refers to the biker boys, where are the boys? So when I say I'm going to the jump, she goes, you're going to the jumps with the boys? And that includes Isaac and Mo, which y'all know met the dog Mo. But then Cavi and his dogs even, she knows all their names. But yeah, they are very much, everyone comes over at least once a week for dinner and stuff. We always hang out in my backyard, play with my daughter, and everyone, Cavi has a daughter, so they're best friends.
It's kind of a funny question to ask somebody who's married to or dating somebody who rides BMX. Mm-hmm. It's such a passion, and each person that does it, and does it well, and does it continuously on a regular basis as a true hobby. I mean, it takes a lot of their time, and I think you have to appreciate it, one, and be okay with giving their time. There were not times that I was okay with it. I just wanted the attention, I think. But all in all, I think if you look at it more from different views, if you will, you can see they're a community, and all of them are really good guys. And each person's unique, even though they ride and do this whole BMX gig. Each person has their own differences and uniqueness and different careers, and it's cool. It's a cool conglomerate of people.
been through a lot moving back to this town. I had some falling outs with some really good friends. You know, honestly, when it comes to relying on somebody, there's no one else better than your trail buddies, because, you know, they're there with you through the heat and the dirt and the rain and the snow. And, you know, someone that will work and dig and help you in an environment like that, I mean, they're nothing but reliable, so. So with the rain coming, it actually creates more problems if you don't have a good drainage system. And at Woodhouse, we've really worked hard to create drainage systems throughout the trails where it tends to flood.
That's what's happening right now. All this rain has set us so far back, and it's only 3 of us that really know how to slap a jump in again. It sucks. It really sucks. So it's like maintenance has shut me down before at other trails.
So as you can kind of see, everything's washed away from the rain and all the showers. So we also have a problem of water backing up in this little bowl area. And when we get a good downpour, this is kind of a deep section and it gathers water. We don't have a drainage pipe in this one. So today we are going to get dirt for over there. We're also going to help drain this out. So we're going to make drainage as we go with the trails. And so we're going to landscape and dig this down. That way water will run downhill. We'll take it and guide it and clean this gap here. And eventually it'll head off and go down the hill.
A lot of random visitors sometimes. People really don't know what to expect when they walk out here and they see this. So I'll turn on the chainsaw, and that typically scares them away. See if it works.
It's annoying in general to see somebody out there, because I mean it's not our land, it's not anything of us, but it is our passion and everything. And like, yeah, we don't own any of that stuff, but it's just like such a fragile thing to us that we work so hard on, that we constantly have to maintain. And just to see someone just do minor damage to it, it's just always super aggravating and annoying.
It's a little crazy when we come out here and just see people out here. I've come out here multiple times and people just, we'll be up there looking around, and then when we come up, they just kind of run away. I don't know. Most of the time we're pretty nice, unless you're destroying stuff, and then we won't be nice, so. But it takes a lot for someone to want to come out here and destroy it. You know, to see all the effort that's done, and then people are like, oh, I'm gonna rip this apart.
Trail boss is, I guess you could say, is like a slang thing for just you're the main guy out there. We all take pride. We all take it. We're all trail bosses between me, Brett, and Cabby. We all are.
We can't just ride the jumps when they're all dried out and cracking like this, and they're kind of get sandy. So basically, the way in order to ride, we need to carry water from the creek down there up the hill, and then water the entire line. Every single jump, you know, the entire way through, because therefore when your dirt's kind of moist, not wet, but moist, and just has a good sprinkle on it, you get better traction, you can grip around the turns, and it's just a lot safer to ride. So therefore, if we were going to carry buckets of water up here, by the time we would water the whole line, by the time we got to the end, the first of it would be dry again. So therefore, we would just be a constant, you know, battle of trying to keep the dirt wet, which therefore is too high. So we just dig, we sweat our butts off. Right here where I'm at, used to look exactly like that.
Okay.
And what it is, we're just gonna have a slope, and we're gonna cut an L out of it, and just slap dirt over and make all this flat and rideable. This used to come down just like the rest of that slope over there. So we're basically gonna move that entire mountain.
Take this big one right here, all right? No, don't do it. Okay, yeah, do that one. Yeah, I know. That's what I saw that one behind it. All right.
No, they're not trees. They're weeds, bro. I'm seriously got choppers. We're gonna cut the same leaf. What are you talking about? They're not. Those are weeds. Let them grow into trees. We don't need trees. These trees don't grow because there's too many goddamn trees around. They all gotta be pruned. I was about to take all that out and take all that.
Average in diameter.
They're not trees.
Don't do it. I saw you.
Yeah, here, if you had 10 trees growing out, that'd be.
That's why I say you can take out 5.
No, so I need to leave one. That way they can actually grow into a full tree. Otherwise, it's gonna fight the others, and they're all gonna die and compete for light.
No, they're giving each other shade to get more water.
No, they don't need shade. They need sunlight to make chlorophyll and vitamin D and all this bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
You know, I really look forward to going to the trails because it's a good time to get away from everything. You know, work problems, life in general.
Well, today is exciting because today is the first day we get to ride in several months. It's been too hot, we've been working.
Bro, you want to ride that rock wet?
Yeah, I'm gonna ride it wet.
That's really wet.
Heck yeah, I like it wet.
Throw some dirt on it.
Alright, throw some dirt. But we get to ride for the first time in several months.
A shadow to despair at me, spirits in the dark are waiting. I will let the wind go quietly. I will let the wind go quietly.
To be a BMXer is you're always thinking about riding your bike. I mean, constantly, when I'm not on my bike, I'm thinking about it. When I'm not here, I'm thinking about digging. You know, it's just, it's part of being a rider. It's just keeps you going. It's definitely worth it. I mean, it's hot, but you know, get a couple runs in and you forget about the heat, forget about sweating. All you think about is the stoke and how much fun it is to get in the air and, you know, have your friends hooting and hollering for you. That's just the best feeling ever.
Everything is worth it here. Of course it is. It's very tiring, exhausting, but self-satisfactory, and it puts me in my zen. It's kind of our hobby, is just being out here. So even if we didn't jump them, we'd probably still dig them.
we're all in it for the same thing. You know, it's to ride ramps, to have fun.
Anyone that would replace it would have to be, you know, a hard worker and dedicated. And well, Lubbock, it doesn't, you know, we're not a big BMX town, so not many kids even know about it.
I would love it. I would honestly love to come here 20 years later and see this place even bigger, more people riding, and the kids ask, "Who are you?" Like, let me tell you who I am.
If we don't get kicked out, we'll be here forever. And the place will just be established, and the longer we're here, the bigger we become and the better we become.